Are you new to the game and want to win some games at your locals? Are you a longtime player and want to bang your head on the table and watch your opponent squirm? Then have I got a deck for you. Shenron is a leader which on the front side says, when this card attacks, look at the top 5 cards from your deck, choose up to 1 Shadow Dragon card, add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. At the end of your turn, choose 1 yellow Shadow Dragon card in your battle area and switch it to active mode. This allows us to not only get to our combo pieces, but allows us to attack with our Shenron blockers and then untap them. When your life is at 3 or less, or if you have a yellow Unison card with a specified cost of 4 in play, you can draw 2 cards, switch up to 1 of your energy to active mode, and flip this card over. On the back side, Shenron Negative Energy Overflow has auto when this card attacks, draw 1 card. Auto, at the end of your turn, choose all of your yellow Shadow Dragon cards in your battle area and switch them to active mode. And for 6 yellow energy, we can play up to 7 Shadow Dragon cards with different names from our drop area. Not only does this allow us to have a built-in win condition where we can simply play all of our Shadow Dragons again, but we can attack with them and then untap our blockers later in order to defend ourselves. The first of the 2 Shadow Dragon lines we're going to talk about is the Shenron line, starting with Negative Energy 1-star Ball. It has permanent, this card can't attack and isn't affected by your opponent's skills. Then for 1 yellow, active main, if your leader card is a Shadow Dragon card, you can place this card in its owner's drop area, choose 1 Shenron card with energy cost between 2 and 4 in your deck or hand and play it if you looked for it. So this allows us to get our Shenron Shadow Dragon leader, which we can play from our hand or our deck for that 1 energy. It's a blocker. Whenever it's removed from battle area by an opponent's skill, we draw a card, then we can replay our Negative Energy 1-star Ball from our drop area. And when it's played, we can choose 1 of our opponent's leader cards in rest mode or battle cards with energy cost 4 or less in rest mode, and they can't attack until our opponent's next turn. This is also a blocker, but it's just the middle stage, because for 1 yellow energy, we can EX evolve into Shenron Destruction Incarnate, which is a blocker with revenge, can EX evolve for 1 yellow. When your opponent plays a battle card, choose that battle card, ignoring barrier, and negate its skills for the turn. Now what this means is that when our opponent plays the battle card, we get to select it. This means any autos coming into play will still work, but it will get rid of any effects like barrier, double strike, or any active main or battle skills. It also has auto when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, draw 2 cards, and then play up to 1 Negative Energy 1-star Ball from our drop area. These 3 cards are the core of our deck and are going to allow us to throw out big defensive options that our opponent can't really deal with, and if they do remove them by card skills, we simply put them in play again at little cost to us. Next up, we are going to talk about the other Shadow Dragon line, Shenron. The first is the Negative Energy 2-star Ball, which, just like the 1-star Ball, isn't affected by your opponent's skills and has active main for 1 yellow. Put in play a Shenron with cost 2 or 3 in your deck or hand. And then we go to Shenron the Poison Mancer, which is the 3-drop you'll put in play. It has critical. When this card is played, add up to 1 Shadow Dragon card with energy cost of 4 or less from our drop area to our hand. So this can get any Shadow Dragon except for the 9-drop Destruction Incarnate, including our other Shenron line cards. Then you can EX evolve it for free into Shenron Venomous Mist, which has double strike. When the card evolves into this card, switch this card to active mode and you can't play copies for the turn. So we can only play 1 per turn, but that isn't that much of a loss to us. If your leader card is a Shadow Dragon card, and you choose 1 Shadow Dragon card in your hand and discard it, when this card attacks or is used in a combo, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode with energy cost greater than their current energy and KO it. This is the card that allows you to control the tempo of the game so that you can't be overrun by big arrivals or big other effects that allow your opponent to put in play cards early. If they attack you, all you have to do is combo with this card, discard another Shadow Dragon, and kill that card. Next, we're going to talk about the Unison, Mekiroba Plotting Revival. This card is probably the best standalone Unison in the game, as it is a 4-drop blocker. Once per turn, when this card loses markers due to an opponent's attack, choose up to 1 of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest mode. So not only can it block something, but it can prevent another thing from attacking. It has active main +1, draw a card, then choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier, and that card can't be switched to active mode until the end of your opponent's next turn. But the big thing is his -4, which is active main. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, gain control of it, and switch it to active mode. This, combined with Shenron Destruction Incarnate, allows us to take opponent's barrier cards, as well as pretty much anything else. This can be particularly devastating when used against our opponent's big put-in plays, or against things like their secret rares. It basically makes it so once you get past 4 energy, your opponent can't put anything big and threatening into play unless they're going to kill you that turn. For other threats and problem solvers, we're going to play Son Goku Absolute Annihilation. This has Deflect Barrier and simply says if your leader card is yellow, your opponent can't activate extra cards unless they switch an extra energy to rest mode. This is going to help us against things like Invoker, which this deck is kind of weak to because it doesn't have any deflect effects. We're also going to play Baby Vegeta, an Unfair Choice, which just has active main, choose a card in your hand and place it in your drop area. Either switch a card to rest mode ignoring barrier, or KO a rest mode card ignoring barrier. And since this effect is not once per turn, we can discard multiple cards to out any problems that our Shenron couldn't out by itself. For defensive utility, we are going to use Flying Nimbus in order to make sure our opponent can't go wide and get around all our blockers. We're also going to be playing Giant Ball, which not only draws us cards, but allows us to slow our opponent down so we can establish our board. We're also going to be playing 3 Time Magic, as just extra negates we can play, and in a pinch, we can use their Sparking and take life. For our super combo, we're going to play Counterblast Sun Gohan. If your leader card is yellow and your life is at 4 or less, when it's used in a combo, we can either draw 1 card, or if it's during our own turn, and our opponent has 5 or more cards in rest mode, we can choose up to one of our opponent's battle cards, entrance cost 5 or less in rest mode, and kill it. Also, in a pinch, we can play it from our hand to choose one of our opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. This is just an improved version of a regular yellow super combo that we would normally be playing. To round the deck out, we are going to be playing 4 Giru the Dragon Ball Discoverer, a simple 1-drop that looks at the top 5 for either a negative energy ball or our 4-drop Mekiroba. We're also going to be playing 2 Great Ape Goku Saiyan Instincts. If you don't have the money for this card, you can swap it out for something else, but Shenron does not have a lot of draw power built in, so it is a very good card to have in this deck. Since Shenron Negative Energy Overflow is an easy-to-pilot deck that is great for new players or people who like watching their opponents squirm. All you really have to do is play your engine and not die before 6, then play all your dragons back from the drop area. It's an easy deck with strong and consistent results. This has been $5 Lunch. As always, go out there, play some Super, and have some fun.